Last summer, I was invited to visit the rooftop of Exeter Cathedral and hopefully make a film about it. We began by climbing a very narrow, dark, steep and what I thought to be a rather dangerous, slippery stone spiral staircase. I thought it would never end, and after 4 or 5 minutes I was thinking of throwing in the towel. But I couldn't turn back at this stage. The 2 ladies were right behind me and eager to get to the top.
Right. You remember the wire I pointed out to you downstairs? That comes up.
I didn't have a clue what he was on about, but I nodded my head up and down wisely, rubbed my chin, and pretended to look as though I knew what he was talking about.
With a clunk. This pulls out. The brass ring rotates anti-clockwise, and it's the distance between the slots that governs the number of times it's going to ring.
With birds fluttering everywhere trying to get out, or get us, it was like being stuck in the middle of an Alfred Hitchcock film. But in this place, unlike a cinema, there was no way out and no emergency exit. We finally reached the top of the North Tower. The views are stunning. On a really fine day, it says here in the brochure, you can see all the way to the Blackdown Hills, wherever they are. You don't have to be religious to admire this astonishing building, just as you don't have to be religious to enjoy the music of J.S. Bach. But if I ever get back home, I might, just might, kiss the ground. Sometime during the 18th century, an attempt to replace some rafters caused the whole roof to move. On the south side, you can see how the movement of the timbers has dragged the crossing out of shape. It should go straight across. This worried me slightly. If I thought that coming up here was difficult and dangerous, then walking back down was even worse. I wanted to get to the staircase first and get out of this place as quickly as possible. But I was trounced at the door by 4 of the ladies who all had exactly the same idea as me. It was scary walking down these stairs because of the 4 ladies in front of me. Even worse, supposing one of them had a heart attack and collapsed, how would I get out of here? Supposing one of them fell over and broke a leg, I could be stuck here for hours. Walking downwards is far worse than coming up, but I did have the knowledge that this tour was now more than halfway over. The thin frayed rope was difficult to hold on to and felt slippery in my shaking, sweaty hands. The South Tower houses a cathedral's 14 bells. The bells are 2 floors above the ringing chamber, but these days we are not allowed to see the bells, which is a great pity. Just blame health and safety, rules and regulations. Because we weren't allowed to see the bells, I couldn't quite see the point of looking at the ropes which pulled them. All of these 14 bells can turn full circle to be rung in the English fashion, rather than just being swung as in other parts of the world. We are now on our way home. A final walk along the roof of the nave to the window over the main entrance. It's an impressive sight on the outside, even more so when you're standing right next to it. Our guide briefs us with a few more details about the construction of this grand building. But finally our tour has come to an end, and believe it or not, I have really enjoyed it. It has been a rare privilege. I've had a wonderful time, and I'd certainly do it again. Now, at the end of this 1.5-hour tour, you might be in need of the Cathedral Cafe, or maybe you'd prefer to browse through the Cathedral Bookshop. Me? I'm off to the pub, for a scotch, and mine's a large one.